So the Kushite ambassadors also brought a message to Rome, right? So they said, this is from the queen. They said, if you want peace, accept these arrows as a token of warmth and friendship. But if you want war, keep them, because you're gonna need them. She sent this to the most powerful military. She was basically like, you know, if you want the smoke, I'll bring the smoke.
Chime.
Not that Kush. So this was a region from southern Egypt to Sudan. So she began ruling. Okay, so now let's talk about Queen Amanirenas. She was the second queen of Kush. Not that Kush. So this was a region from southern Egypt to Sudan. So she began ruling when her husband died. And her reign was from 40 BC to 10 BC. So Rome was trying to come into Egypt, tell people what to do, trying to take over. They were trying to tax the Nubians. And Queen was like, nah, we're not about to do that. You're not about to come to my area and tell my people what to do. She wanted peace. She just wanted her land, but you know, Rome, that conquering mentality, they wanted her land. So what she did, she chopped off a statue of Augustus's head. Petty, y'all. She was petty with a purpose. She was like, I'm gonna show you, like, you want to be petty and put a statue here, I'm gonna chop the head off. Completely did it as a sign of disrespect. You disrespecting me, acting like I'm nobody, then I'ma disrespect you too. Okay, so the Kushite ambassadors also brought a message to Rome, right? So they presented a beautiful bundle of golden arrows. So they said, this is from the queen. They said, if you want peace, accept these arrows as a token of warmth and friendship. But if you want war, keep them, because you're gonna need them. She sent this to the most powerful military. You gonna need these arrows when I come for that head. She was basically like, you know, if you want the smoke, I'll bring the smoke. So Queen Amanirenas, she actually went to war and she captured 3 of Rome's cities. Now, mind you, Rome has the biggest military in the world. Like, I'm sure y'all have heard about the Roman military and soldiers. It was huge. But with her smaller army, she still managed to capture 3 cities, y'all. Gangster. And she led from the front. Like, when she went to war, like when she went to battle, she was in the front fighting. She wasn't in the back on a horse chilling while everybody else was fighting. I know y'all seen it in movies, like the captains and generals would be on a hill somewhere looking down at the people fighting. No, she was fighting with her people. Okay, so according to like Roman records, this is all like documented with their records, that she was injured during battle. She was actually blinded in one eye, and even after this, she healed and she was back on that field. She was back getting bodies out here. Because Rome's army was so big, they were able to gain everything back, and they were enslaving people. They were just going ham on Kush. And the queen was like, hold up, I'm not giving in to this. We're gonna fight. And they fought for like 3 long years. Yes, 3 years. This huge army is fighting the smaller army for 3 years, led by this beautiful African queen. Like, y'all, the Romans must have definitely felt like defeat was near, because it's like, why would they just give in after 3 years? They had this great army. And the thing is, the Kushites recorded what happened too, but it's hard to decode it and translate it. But you know how history goes, like the Romans aren't going to tell the full story, everything that happened. They're not going to make themselves look weak or bad in any way. So I really wanted to hear their perspective, because you know, the Romans made sure they said, okay, we blinded her in one eye, and that actually made her look more gangster to me, because she healed and she was still fighting, and then y'all gave in. These stories are legendary. Like, we should know this. Share this video with somebody that you know doesn't know this information. Share it with your daughter, your niece, share it with your nephew, your son. Everybody should definitely know these stories. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, more videos to come, and hit the notifications button if you're already subscribed. Make sure you thumbs up this video.